What's up, guys? Adrian Davis here with a 30-minute, full-body, low-impact interval workout that's gonna bring great energy and it's gonna burn tons of calories. So give you just a base idea of what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a gang of exercises, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. The whole way through, we're gonna keep that same clock and we're gonna double up. So it's gonna end up being 2 rounds of the same exercises repeated in the same format, the same way. We're gonna get right down to business. I wanna get a great warm up in because this is gonna be a bit of a difficult one on the body. We're gonna do 5 30-second movements to make sure our body is prepared. As always, we want to maximize the performance but reduce the chance of injury. Let's get down to business with a little jogging on the spot. As always, when we're doing these warm-ups, if you've done any of these other workouts with me, you know that I believe in the warm-up deeply, but it's about you deciding what tempo you need and what movement patterns you need to get the most out of the workout. So just make sure you're prepared and you're doing whatever it's gonna take to get your body ready to go. Good, keep working this one out. We're gonna do a pretty smooth transition into the next one. So guys, we're gonna go right ahead, big, wide step, sinking the hips. Not about speed, really exaggerate your position nice and wide with the feet. Drop your hips down, get a good stretch through your groin, good mobility through your hips, and that is the priority, not speed or tempo necessarily. Not now anyways. Good. Good, we're almost home. Guys, we're gonna hit the butt kickers. Boom, we're hitting them like this. We can do a jogging tempo, but don't be afraid to slow it down or whatever you can maintain, whatever you feel comfortable with. Sometimes I know that jogging style is not always comfortable in the knees or the hips, but the marching style, what I would refer to as a marching pace, we can do range of motion at your knee joint is the key. We don't want to lose that mobility. That's why we're really emphasizing this in this particular warm-up station. Guys, keep going, and we're gonna switch them over. Knee is up, and we're gonna rotate to the outside. I like to do a real extensive warm-up, given the type of workout we're doing. Sometimes we'll do different exercises or different movement patterns to get the body ready. But in this one, we want to make sure that we're getting the most we can because this is gonna be a little bit intense. I'm not gonna lie to you. We gotta be prepared for this physically and mentally. Guys, one more thing we're gonna hit, and it's a classic, the jumping jack. And once again, let's say the jumping part isn't for us. We can step back, we can step out, we can even do like a little bit of a jog. What is really important, shoulder blades are flat on your back, full range of motion at your shoulder joint. Once again, the deal here is we wanna make sure our shoulder joints have that full range of motion. And the old adage, move it or lose it, is a true statement. And we wanna make sure that we can move our bodies in all the directions we need for our everyday life. Guys, I'm gonna give you a quick explanation for the first exercise, and during the break, I'll explain the following exercises. We're gonna be in a push-up position, and we're gonna drive our knee to our opposite elbow. Let's get ready to go. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Control is the key. We don't need to be doing it fast as much as we need to keep our hips in the right alignment, and we're strong. Great work for your upper back, great work for your shoulders, great work for your core. Hang in there, 30 seconds, and we get a 30-second break, so I'll be able to explain what's coming up next. Hang in there. Ooh, this is a challenge. Great way to start. Make sure you got great energy. Let's go, one more rep, and relax. Oh, guys, we are going to work on our back, a push through, or what I refer to as a push through, also known as the butterfly sit-up. Want to put the feet together and the knees fall apart. What is super important here is on the way up and the way down, we're under control. So what we don't want to see is you coming up and then sort of just flopping to the ground. High chest, and then control on the way back. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
And again, we're doing 30 on, 30 off, so your cardio is gonna work, but our goal isn't necessarily to get the most reps, but the best reps. Keep that in mind. Sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and we get sort of in a push format, which we want. We've gotta get out of our comfort zone, but trust me, quality over quantity is the way to have success. I know it, I live it. One more rep. Oh, fantastic. Guys, we're gonna switch it up to a side plank. So we're gonna either go on our forearm, stacking the feet, or we can go full extension, stacking the feet. If you're having any trouble with this movement, I would suggest the forearm, and we can put our foot in front of us to lift our hips. So again, work what makes sense. If you're really struggling with this, just go to a middle plank and there's no problem. 3, 2, 1, and we're up. So if you're in the full extension here, make sure you're really opening up your chest. Again, shoulder blades are flat on the back. Hips to the ceiling is gonna be extra important on this one. Again, if we're down on our elbows, not a problem. Working the same thing. Need that extra boost? Just put that foot down and you're gonna feel it, man. All down in here, shoulder. Again, great stability. Almost home, hang in there. Relax. Oh, I'm seeing what's coming up and I'm dreading it. The split squat, this thing is my nemesis. It is so difficult for me, but you gotta get out of your comfort zone. And if I get a chance to challenge myself, I'm gonna take it. Get a full, a good, nice, wide stance, great balance. And we're just gonna kind of pump that single leg action. Guys, we're gonna work the other side in not too long from now. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and we're getting it. Keep your weight towards the back. Make sure that knee doesn't end up leaning forward. Right here. Good. Don't touch the ground, get low, but don't touch the ground. Control is always the key. We definitely don't wanna be like, oh, man, you're gonna hurt yourself doing something like that. I prefer we get less range of motion with more control if there is something to be sacrificed or decided upon. Guys, we're gonna go the other way, working the side plank. So it's the same idea, we just gotta use the other arm. Same options are available. We can be on the forearm, we can be in that full extension. We need the help, just cross that leg over in the front. Make sure you got the support that you need on this one. We get a decent break. Take advantage of it. If you got your water bottle close by, your towel, make sure you get the break you need. But every round gets more and more challenging. We know this. So guys, 3, 2, 1, and we're up. So again, if we're on the forearm, just make sure we're not pushed out like this. Really, and it gets a bit of a balance at the same time. Once again, you can just put that foot in the front, but these planks, the side planks, anything in this format is just fantastic to strengthen your lower back. If you feel fatigued, if you feel uncomfortable, lower back problems of any kind, this is a great tool in order to help prevent that or eliminate it altogether. Oh, guys, we're back. Once again, to what I don't like is that split squat, but sometimes what you don't like is what you need the most. Same rules apply. Keep the knee behind your toes. Make sure we're not kind of in a leaned forward position. Whatever you do, don't put your hands on your legs. If anything, put them behind your head if you really need to get them out of the way, but at your side is gonna be more than good enough for everybody. Let's get after it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Listen, just make sure you're breathing as you work through it. Core is strong. I love this position, though I'm kind of bashing the exercise a little bit because it is difficult for me, but it has so many benefits, especially when we're talking about balance and fall prevention. I bring this up as much as I can because when we're in this position, it's very vulnerable. If we're strong in this position, it's gonna help us in our everyday lives. Once again, going up and down stairs, anything of the sort. One more time. Excellent. Guys, we're gonna work what we call a pull apart. Many times this can be done with an elastic band or maybe a cable exercise. But what I love about this is it's gonna work all in your posterior chain, right behind your shoulder blades. I oftentimes hear people talking about, I'm tired of my shoulders, I got a bit of discomfort in my shoulders. Well, this will help your posture, keep you upright, and strengthen what we call the posterior chain, which is everything behind us. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. And we don't wanna be too aggressive as we move through this. Pinch the shoulder blades. Let's go to the side view. And we can see wrists stay level with your shoulders. You're gonna feel it kind of in your upper traps, but all in your upper back. And as you go through this, you get more and more fatigued. I'm getting a sweat going. My heart rate is elevated, and we're just burning calories like a furnace right now, and that's what we're after. Oh, relax. That's great. Guys, we're gonna work a little calf raise. Super simple exercise, and I find maybe one of the most underrated exercises because of the stability it works in your feet and your ankles. Once again, I'm very big on fall prevention. I live in the northern Canada up here, and it is always a risk of slipping half the year. We have that in our lives every day, and this is something that I think can help everyone prevent a fall and potential injury. So all we're gonna do is get up on our toes, nice and smooth, up and down. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Control the motion. And what's really important here is that we aren't tumbling backwards onto our feet. So it's that control and then back down. If you need to, you can also put your hands on a wall or a chair or something to keep a little stability. That is not a problem. But as we get more comfortable with it, remove that object and just work that range of motion. It's a great exercise.
3, 2, 1.
Up next, we're gonna work an alternating fly. This could be done with dumbbells technically, but I believe that if your body's in the right position, you're gonna get the right strengthening and you're gonna get the most benefit out of this. We're gonna go 1 time lateral, 1 time in the front. Just bringing it shoulder height in the front as well. Just make sure we're not going up here. Not that that doesn't work, but you start working your back, not your shoulders. Really focus on your shoulders on this one. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. And it's the same idea as those pull-aparts. We want to strengthen. We always see push-ups. We always see big kind of chest strengthening exercises. And oftentimes in our regular life, we build up our chest strength and not enough in our shoulders and upper back. These exercises are really designed to help you with your posture and make sure that you alleviate any potential discomfort or fatigue in your shoulders and in your upper back. Hang in there one more time. Excellent. I just want to take our 30-second break. We're down on the floor. We're going to be working those twists. Now, 30 seconds of this is without a doubt a challenge. So what I'm going to tell you is you got 2 options. You can keep your feet on the ground and rotate it. We can keep our feet up and rotate it. Whatever you choose, the most important thing, as always, is turning your rib cage and your shoulders. So we're not just pushing our hands across, we're really turning our body. Let's get after it. 3, 2, 1, go. Listen, I'm gonna start with the feet on the ground. And with the feet on the ground, maybe you can just lean back a little bit more, which adds an extra dimension to it. But again, if you get your feet up, not about doing it fast, but as you can see, I'm really trying to make sure that my shoulder crosses my body and both my hands are reaching. If you can't, don't worry, do what you can do. But the most you can is gonna get you the best results. Hang in there, almost 1 more. Ooh, challenging, okay. I love this to finish this round out. We're gonna work just a straight single leg hold. We're just gonna put our foot in the air and we're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. I've been talking about fall prevention. I've been talking about stability and balance. This is the ultimate in that. And I'm gonna throw in a twist. I'm gonna wait till we get right into the exercise, but I'm gonna throw in an extra twist in here. And I think this is gonna get you guys some unexpected results. 2, 1, and we're up. So now as you're doing this, you might just say, hey, this is pretty simple. So all I'm gonna say is close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Ooh. It just adds a little bit more. Oh, you see it. You see the dimension that adds to what we're doing. So if you're having trouble, keep your eyes open. Let's not just be falling over the whole time. But if you need a little more, close your eyes on that one. And again, unexpected results. We're gonna just take our 30-second break. We're gonna work the other side. And I'll say it, an extra thing you can add, you close your eyes and we can touch our nose. I know it feels like we're maybe doing like a field test for sobriety or something of that nature, but this is why they do it. It's a great way to test your balance and your sense of placement here. So we wanna keep our shoulders right over our hips, get your core nice and tight. 3, 2, 1, and we're up.
3, 2, 1.
And we're up. And again, if you're up for it, close the eyes. As soon as I close them, it's just, you have a tough time placing yourself. Woo, get that off. Oh man, this is an interesting, such a simple movement, but it is a challenge. I gotta keep my eyes open so I can get something out of this. There we go. There we go. Almost home. Relax, guys, that is great. Listen, that is round 1 done. And I love this format, we get enough break. So it is intense, but it's not over the top. Make sure we take advantage of those breaks. If you need water, there's your chance to do it. We got about 30 more seconds before we go into round 2. We're gonna go back to that cross climber, mountain climber with that knee drive to the opposite elbow again. Just make sure, whatever we're doing, we know the lineup now, we know the exercises. If you wanna go a little faster, if you wanna push your pace, obviously you can do that. If you need to slow it down, modify, there's never a problem with that. Something is always better than nothing. And if it works for you, then it works for us. That's always the key to success when it comes to fitness. Guys, let's get ready. We got 5 seconds and we're working that knee to the opposite elbow. 2, 1, let's go. Hip placement is so key on this. So don't be up here and don't be down here. This is just going to make things more uncomfortable for either your shoulders or your lower back. And that is what we want to avoid, because this is something that strengthens your shoulders and your lower back. So we want to make sure those wrists are right under our shoulders, the hips are in a good neutral position with our shoulders, and that knee drive is coming across the body nice and high, nice and hard. One more time. Oh, relax, relax, great work. The good news is we get to sit down, possibly lay down for the next 20 seconds as we prepare for the push through. Same things apply. Nice high chest. Try to avoid rounding your back as much as possible. And if you are having any trouble with this movement, we can switch to a crunch, of course, or we can put something on our feet, a little bit of a counterweight, which helps us get up. 3, 2, 1, go. Also important to note that let's say we can get up, but only to here. So be it. So be it. This is going to get you great benefits. And again, something is always going to be better than nothing as long as it's done correctly and under control. That's gonna strengthen your abs. Sooner or later, this movement will be no problem and you'll be able to accomplish it with ease. Make sure we're breathing as always, guys, so important. And just stay focused on what we wanna get done. Relax. Guys, we're hitting the side plank. These become challenging. These become challenging as we get into round 2. We're 15, 16 exercises deep. This definitely tests your mental toughness a little bit. That's what this is all about. Physical and mental toughness is what's gonna be required to be successful at this. Guys, we're almost there. Whew. I'm feeling it. 5 seconds. Again, forearm or fully extended. 2, 1, let's go. Stacking the feet if you can. Pushing the hips to the ceiling, super important. So we don't wanna be down here. We wanna be here again. That cross overstep can be extremely helpful if you need it. And as always, there's no problem. And actually, here's a third variation. You can do it from a knee. You can do it from a knee. I should have mentioned this up front, but there is always a way that we can do this. Something better than nothing every opportunity we have. Relax on that. And you know what? Even sitting there on my knees, man, that was great. I felt it in my side. I felt it in my shoulder. So we're getting the results we're looking for, just in a different format. There's more than one way to get these things accomplished. You can be sure of that. We're back to my arch nemesis, that split squat. Same things apply. Nice and balanced. Again, you're gonna see this as a reoccurring theme for me. Balance in these kind of awkward positions is super important. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Working that control. And just a nice smooth breathing. You gotta keep that core nice and strong. Everything is lined up with your hips. So again, we're just avoiding falling over or leaning or whatever it is. Toes, ankles, knees, all in a straight line. Make sure we're under control, close to the ground without touching, and whatever your depth is. Again, maybe it's not as deep. It doesn't matter. It's not so much about that as much it is about control. We're going to go to the other side for the side plank. I'm really gonna emphasize the idea of doing this from a knee because I know this is a challenging movement or challenging position that not everybody is comfortable with. And I want to ensure that everyone can do it because the benefits for this particular position for me are incredible. So let's make sure we find a way to get this done. Again, we can just stack the knees. And we can go up on this position, 3, 2, 1. And this in itself, again, less challenging in a certain way, but equally effective. So just think about it like that. We're not necessarily looking for the most difficult way to do it. but we're looking for the most effective way to do it. To each their own, and fitness is different for everybody. Again, simple switch over. If you just want to even try it, hold it 5 seconds, and then you're back down to your knee. Not a problem. Just test what you can do and make sure you're always trying to get a little bit more out of it. Relax, relax. Guys, we're back in the split squat. This is the last time we're gonna see this exercise. Thank God, because this is a challenge, and it is literally my arch nemesis. It is something that I try to avoid many times, but given the opportunity to challenge myself, I know I gotta include these. And when I wanna get a great workout for you guys, this has gotta be a part of it. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and we're working. Well, make sure we got the right distance too. So say if we're too wide, it's not gonna work. Sometimes I see people, they're too tight. That's not gonna work.
3, 2, 1, go.
Your balance is set, toes, knees, ankles, all points facing forward, and that's it. We get the ship in the right direction. And as always, you got 30 seconds to work. It's not about getting 60 reps. Maybe it's 5, maybe it's 55. Whatever it is the best you can do with the best control that you got. Relax on that one. Guys, we're going back to that pull apart. Pay particular attention to your positioning with your wrist, your elbows, and your shoulders. We don't want to be down here. We don't want to be up here. And there's a positioning that's almost more difficult, and I want to say to a point uncomfortable, in a sense that it's working more muscles and little muscles we don't usually work. That is what we're aiming for. That slightly uncomfortable position that really gets the right areas worked out. 2, 1, here we go. Breathing the whole way through. Pinching them. And again, if you just, in your everyday life, we are constantly in this position when we're driving, when we're working, when we're gardening, when we're cooking, when we're watching TV, anything. So this is an opportunity to pull everything back, work the other side of our body, and hopefully help relieve any discomfort we might have. Relax. Going to that calf raise. Going to the calf raise. It's like the opposite of the split squat for me. It's underrated, and I love to throw it in there as much as I can, because it also, funny enough, I've over time had minor issues with my Achilles tendon, and including these on a regular basis will always help me strengthen and avoid those issues. So it's just something to consider. If you have any discomfort in your Achilles, this is a pretty effective one to help that. 3, 2, 1, let's get it. And it's just about control. I've come to a conclusion in my younger years that I'm never gonna have big calves. So I'm not doing this to inflate my calves and have some sort of bulky calf look or any look. I'm really just doing this for functionality, thinking, hey, this is a great way to keep my Achilles and my calf, everything below my knee healthy, but also stability. Your feet, your ankles, your knees, everything is getting that work, and that's really what we're after. Whew, working that balance. Working that balance. That's perfect. Guys, the alternate fly. Same idea as the pull apart. It's really the third element of this, right? So your shoulders got 3 pieces to it. Like, basically speaking, we got the front, we've got the side, we've got the back. We've worked the back, now we're gonna work the side and the front to give us that full kind of strengthening package. Again, just trying to make your everyday life a little bit more comfortable. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I love this format because we get a decent amount of break, but as you see, I got the sweat going. My energy is up. I feel great as I go through this. Some very fundamentally sound movements with great control. And I know when this is done, I'm gonna feel great. I'm gonna have great energy all day. And added bonus, we're gonna be burning calories for an extra 30 minutes just because of the stop-start motion. When we stop and start, the body, it just turns the metabolism into overdrive. One more time. One more time in the front. Excellent. Guys, we're hitting the twist. We're hitting the twist. We get to sit back down, which is always a bonus. So take a second. If you need water or anything like that, go ahead and get it. Make sure you feel good. And once again, the same things apply. The challenge is there, but really what we want to focus on is the rotation. So if you can do that with your feet in the air, then that's great. But if not, keep your feet on the ground. Make sure you're focused on the right elements of this. It's not always what's hardest, which is the most effective. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hitting them side to side. That's it. Yeah. And listen, boom. Let's say we got the first 20 or so seconds. Felt good with the feet up, but we're struggling. Hey, put your feet down, but keep working. Both hands to both sides if we can. The more rotation, the better. We're finishing with that leg hold. Again, like I said earlier in the workout, unexpected challenges in this one, unexpected benefits, a simple motion, and it's shocking how much this can help you in so many different ways. Make sure you challenge yourself. We've got a few variations that we can make it more difficult. Don't be afraid to try it out, but be safe. Be safe. 3, 2, 1, and we're just up. And listen, if we got any fans of the Karate Kid, which was a big movie when I was younger, right? This was the move, and we go into that crane stance. So if anything, just think about that. Close your eyes. Woo. It just adds. But here we are in the second round. Much better for me with my eyes closed. Well, I'm just gonna check my time, and I'm gonna give myself a little test on this one. Much, much better. See how that progression works, right? So as soon as we add something into our routine, we will see a result or an improvement pretty quickly. I love that. I love that. Guys, we got one more side on this, and we're gonna get a great stretch and wrap this one up. This was great work so far. Let's just make sure this last element is equally as good as everything else we've been doing so far. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and we're back in it. And again, channel your inner Karate Kid, my 80s movies references, though it's actually been rebooted, right? If you go on Netflix, you can see Cobra Kai. This is interesting how those things kind of came back into style. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, well, maybe it's less amusing, but close your eyes if you can. Again, and it doesn't hurt to even have a chair nearby or something. Oof. One side, generally a little more complicated than the other. Excellent. Excellent, guys. That ends the circuit portion of this. That is great work. Just remember, what's most important in these movements, this wasn't meant to be the most difficult thing on earth, but it was meant to be very functional and challenge you in the right ways. We have to prioritize our form, we have to prioritize our control, and realistically speaking, we have to prioritize our balance and equilibrium. Those things, those elements are gonna help us in our everyday life a lot more than anything else. That being said, let's get a nice little stretch in. Guys, we're gonna start them off seated on the ground. Get nice and wide or whatever width you're kind of comfortable with, and we're gonna put our opposite arm, so let's say our left arm, out to our right foot. Now, if we cannot touch our foot, we can just grab our calf. We can grab our knee. It really doesn't matter. Use your hand behind you, and you can just find whatever distance makes sense for you. Whatever it is, make sure you're breathing. Good. Switch them over to the other side. Switch them over to the other side. Same things apply. We've got to be breathing to release the body. And something I've learned, we're going to go down to the middle. We can just grab our ankles, or if we can grab our toes once again. Something I've learned in practicing yoga, and I'm certainly not an avid yoga person, but I have done enough of it. Your body always fights the stretch. So originally it senses discomfort and it tightens up and it doesn't want to let you get into that position. But if you breathe and you give it 30 seconds, or if you give it enough time, in yoga it's even more, but if you give it enough time, that body releases, and then you see, wow, I can get a lot more flexibility. And of course, this is what helps you feel a lot better tomorrow when the workout is done. We're gonna go to a knee, one foot in the front. And this is specifically to counteract that split squat. We wanna kind of roll our hips forward, get a good stretch in your hip flexor. You can get your arms up. And yeah, just breathe it out and take care of that body. Good, guys, we're gonna switch it over to the other side. Pushing the hips forward once again. And just breathe and hold it long enough. Again, that beginning of whatever you're doing is gonna be uncomfortable, but as we get a few deep breaths in, we're gonna feel much, much better. We're gonna get one last thing in here. And we're gonna push our our knees out. So we want to keep our heels on the ground if possible, squat down,
2, 1, go.
elbows inside the knees, push them out, nice high chest. Just give yourself 2, 1 more deep breath. Guys, that's fantastic work. Just remember something. It's not always about what's most difficult, but what is most efficient. So keep that in mind with every workout you do. I'm Adrian Davis. This was a 30-minute, full body, low impact interval workout, and we look forward to getting more of these with you next time.